How many fractions are between the numbers 3 and 4? One way of looking at this is the fraction 6 over 2, right? Because if you do 6 divided by 2, that makes 3 in your calculator. 4 could be 8 over 2, because 8 divided by 2 makes 4 fractions. And there's definitely at least one fraction in between them, right? So there's one. Maybe we can keep counting. Think about all the different ways you could rewrite a fraction. We just did 6 over 2, but how about 9 over 3? If you divide that in your calculator, that's over 3. That would make 4, so that's another fractional representation. So look at all the fractions that are between these. There's 10 over 3 is between these two. Over 3. So there's 2 fractions in between these two numbers. Is there any limit to how many fractions we can make? We could say 12 over 4, and then we could do, let's see, 16 over 4, because this is 3, this is 4, and look, there's 13 over 4, 14 over 4, 15 over 4. There's how many fractions are there between the numbers 3 and 4? There's an infinite amount of fractions, because you can keep expanding, you can keep rewriting 3 and 4 as fractions with big. You do a billion for denominator, a billion for this denominator, and a billion for this denominator. You'd have in between. And the same type of reasoning can be applied for 1/2 and 1/5. You know, 1/2 and 1/5. There's other ways of fraction. This is in the simplified form, but this is equivalent. Let's say 10. In blue there, that's still 1/2, right? That is 2 over 10. Yeah, so let's actually, this is greatest to least. In math, we should always be thinking least to greatest. So they gave it to us greatest to least, which is kind of annoying. This is greater than this fraction, so let's flip that order. Okay, and then we'll repeat what we just did. 1 over 2, that's 5 out of 10. So look, there's 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10. You can keep doing what we just did in the last example and expanding this, okay? You could say 1/2, that's 10 out of 20. Sorry, we're on 1. Same thing as 10 out of 20. 1/5, that's the same thing as 4 out of 20, right? Because if you simplify this fraction, divide the top and the bottom by 4, you get 1/5. So this is the same thing as this. And think about all the fractions that are in between these. So both of these, this is the point, okay? Same thing with decimal numbers. Between 1.2 and 1.3, between those two numbers.